time for the second half, and thank you, Sarah, I love that one too. It is time for the second half of chat number 335, Unleash the No. Saying no, saying yes to saying no. And hold on just a minute, my string has gotten out of whack. So I am going to be making food tonight. It's food for me, so I'm not going to put my hair up. Sorry, people who hate it when my hair is down when I'm cooking, but it's just for me. No one else but me is going to be eating these. So in the second half, we are going to be making one of the things that I prepped for when I was eating soft food, and went ahead and got ready for last week when we were making some things to be able to organize the kitchen. One of the things that I got organized with. So let me grab what these are going to be going in. I'm going to show you that first, and then I'm going to show you how to make these because they are so stinking easy. Like, so stinking easy. Let me grab that container real quick. So last week when we were talking about organizing our kitchen, getting things where you can see them, we were talking about these see-through freezer bags, and I had told you all that you can write on them with a wipe-off marker. So on this one I wrote Kodiak Cakes Protein Waffles 1 point each, and I had made 2 batches of Kodiak Cakes Protein Waffles, and individual servings, one each, so you can pop out if you want 1, 2, 3, 7, however many you want. Then it's 1 point per waffle. It's written on there with a wipe-off marker. This is a reusable freezer bag. It's see-through, so you can see what's in it, but also written on there so that I know what's in it, and so I know, how many points it is. Because being able to see through it and knowing that it's waffles, if you don't put on there what it is, how would you know how many points it is? But that way you can pull out, again, 1 for 1 point, 2 for 2 points, 3 for 3 points, on and on and on. You can add things to them like blueberries, things like that. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Let me go put these I'll show you all this again here in a second, just as a reminder and just in case anybody was not paying attention or had taken a potty break. Okay, so we're gonna make some Kodiak Cakes Protein Waffles. You're gonna need a couple of things for that. One is Kodiak Cakes baking mix. So this is the Kodiak Cakes Power Cakes Flapjack and Waffle Mix. This is just the buttermilk flavor because I'm gonna add, when I make these, I add the flavoring to them. They have different flavors of this, but I just got the plain Jane 100% whole grain Park City Kodiak. I don't know if y'all have ever noticed it or not, but Park City Kodiak Power Cakes Flapjack and Waffle Mix. So these are protein packed, 15 grams of protein per serving. And let's see, I got a lot of questions about what is in them or what you have to make them. So let me tell you that real quick before we get the cooking part of it going. So I will say this, the recipe I'm getting ready to verbally give you all will be printed hopefully maybe tomorrow, but for sure by Tuesday. And it is for the Kodiak Cakes Protein Waffles. This box, this is a 20-ounce box. This will make 3 servings. So or 3 batches. So I made 2 batches for myself last week. I'm going to make another batch tonight. A batch is approximately 9 waffles, and it will make 3 batches. So about 27 to 30 of these mini waffles. And then I got a lot of questions about what this is made out of. And these have 2.5 grams of fat, but only 0.5 grams of saturated fat, 10 milligrams of cholesterol, 450 milligrams of sodium. So they're not low sodium. Anything that comes in a box or a can is probably not going to be low sodium. Total carbohydrates is 37, but it also has 5 grams of fiber, 4 grams of sugar, 3 grams are added sugar, 15 grams of protein. It is 20% of your daily recommended value of calcium, and 10% of iron, and 4% of potassium. There are very few ingredients in here. Hello, Julie. Hello. How is everybody? When is that cutimest baby going to be here? We're all waiting. We're all waiting impatiently on the baby to get here. So the ingredients in this are, it is 100% whole grain wheat flour, 100% whole grain oat flour, vital wheat gluten, whey protein concentrate, brown sugar, wheat protein isolate, milk protein concentrate, leavening, which includes monocalcium phosphate, baking soda, buttermilk, and sea salt. That's it. It does contain milk and wheat. So if you're dairy free, it does contain some milk. If you are gluten free, it does contain some wheat. And Carol Lou says, how many are a serving? How many of these are a serving? It's as many as you want. So most of this week I made like 3 a serving. So it's 1 point per waffle. So I made like 3 a serving, and that's a recipe that I made up. So yeah. So I was saying that it's 1 point per 1 waffle. Okay, and you can make flapjacks or waffles. You can also make chocolate chip cookies, and you can make muffins with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and start making these. I have a mini waffle maker. This is a Dash mini waffle maker. Some of you all ordered one of these from Weight Watchers. I know Weight Watchers used to sell these. Don't know if with them closing out the online store, if that's going to be, I don't know if they have any of these left, and I don't know, and I did not get mine from there, and I don't know if, you know, if they have any left or if those are going to be on sale, but I have a Dash mini waffle maker, and there's all kinds of things that you can do. Oh, per the nutritional information. Carol Lou, what am I going to do next week when you're not here to keep me on my toes? Okay, according to this, the serving size is 1/2 cup, and there are 9 servings per container. So they're saying if you make 3 4-inch flapjacks with 1/2 cup of the mix, that is a serving. So, sorry, that is what Carol was trying to ask. Okay, so with this Dash, you can certainly use any kind of a waffle maker, but because this one is the mini one, that's why these are going to be 1 point per. They're going to be 1 point per waffle. It's a small waffle, and you'll see it when I get through here in just a second. The link to this is going to be on the, it's already in the chat. The link is already in the chat, and it will be on the notes on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. This was a pretty good deal. I got it at Amazon. I have Amazon Prime, so the shipping was free, and it showed up like 2 days after I ordered it. These are 4-inch. These are going to be a 4-inch waffle. The cooking surface creates a snack-sized mini waffle that are perfect every time. The mini waffle maker preheats and cooks the waffle in minutes. There's no setup required, and it's quick and easy cleanup, and that is true because I just wipe it out with a wet Swedish dishcloth. Okay, yeah, Carol Lou says that Weight Watchers has them on sale for $9.99. I think I paid $14.99 and no shipping for mine, and plus super cute color. Okay, this is what color mine is. So this is my Dash, and I'm going to go ahead and get that plugged in, and then I'm going to turn you all around so you can see what I'm doing. So you just plug it straight in, and again, like so many things that have a heat source, and I've been telling you all, if you have brand new quartz countertops, please put something underneath your heat source, okay? I don't want to hear anybody say that they, you know, well, Kelly told me to do such and such, and I scorched my brand new countertops. If you have granite, that's not going to happen, okay? Okay, so for this recipe, you need 1.5 cups of Kodiak cakes. So, again, these are the Kodiak Power Cakes Flapjack and Waffle Mix. So for one batch, oh, Debbie says Amazon Prime is $12.99, so that's probably how much I paid for it then, because I knew it was under $15, and then of course I got free shipping. And I think Elaine is looking it up on Kohl's, I believe. So it's 1.5 cups of the Kodiak Cakes Flapjack and Waffle Mix. 1.5 cups. There's 3 of those. There's 3 1.5 cups in this box. So you can make 3 batches of what I'm going to show you how to make out of this one box. So you need 1.5 cups of this. Then to that, you're going to add 1/2 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Wow, Elaine says that Kohl's has it for $7.99. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so this is 1/2 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, and honestly, if you like flavored yogurt, it adds such a negligible amount to it because you're going to make 9 waffles with this. This is going to make a 9 waffle serving, or 9 waffles in this one thing. That's such a negligible amount that it would still be 1 point per waffle, but then it jumps to 3 points for 2 waffles. Still not bad at all. Okay, so it's 1.5 cups of Kodiak cakes, 1/2 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, or if you do use a flavored Greek yogurt, again, just adds a smidge of points, so it would be 1 for 1, 3 for 2. And I saw that Debbie says they also have a multi that does 4 of them for $34.99. I saw that. It's like a bigger surface, and it has 4 little sections on it for that. So 1.5 cups, 1/2 cup. Then we're going to add 1/2 cup of water to that. And to that, we're going to add 1 large egg. So there's 1 large egg. Okay. So 1.5 cups of waffle mix, 1/2 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, 1/2 cup of water, 1 large egg, and then a teaspoon of chia seeds. And I forgot to get out a teaspoon, so I'm just going to eyeball it here. A teaspoon of chia seeds. And then, if you wanted to add something like, if you wanted to add blueberries or chocolate chips or something like that, you can add them at this point. Okay, and you're going to stir all that together. Now, when I plugged the dash in, the light came on, and when the light goes off, that means it's preheated, okay? Oh no, and Sarah says she has to crack her eggs in a separate bowl so that she doesn't have any shells, haha. I don't know, I've gotten pretty good over the years. I don't know if you noticed, but the whole thing is called If You Have an Egg. I've gotten pretty good over the years at cracking eggs. So had to teach myself how to hard boil them, but you know, had pretty good success over the years of cracking eggs, and they turned out pretty well for me. Okay, if it is, let me make sure I got all the yogurt in there because it's a little bit stiff, so I probably didn't get quite 1/2 cup of yogurt. If it is still, it's gonna be thicker than a pancake batter, but that is still a teeny tiny bit thick. So I'm gonna put just a smidge more water in there. Okay, you can always add, because there's still a little bit of dry at the bottom, you can always add a little more water, but you can't take any water away. You don't want it to be too thin because these are not, what's that, the chia seeds, just taste preference. Yeah, I don't know, I put the chia seeds in there, just in my mind it bulks them up just a little bit, and it adds just maybe a tiny bit of flavor, Carol Lou, so you do not have to put the chia seeds in there. Okay, so this is more the consistency I was looking for. So you don't want it to be pancake consistency because you're not making pancakes, you're making waffles. Okay, and then be very careful because this is hot, which it's going to remind you of that. And I've been making more waffles, so it's already a little bit, it's not super clean because I've been making other waffles. Hit it with a spritzer or some kind of a sprayer, and if you feel like you need to measure, it's about 3 tablespoons of batter. I obviously don't ever measure anything. I just put a nice little glob in the center. So the glob that I put in the center is about that big. And then you're going to close the lid. So I'm going to tell you some things while we're waiting on this first one to cook. Okay, the first thing is 1/2 cup of yogurt, 1.5 cups of Kodiak cakes, Power Cakes Flapjack and Waffle Mix, 1/2 cup of water. You can put vanilla in it, you can put flavoring in it, you can do anything like that you want. 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, all of that together, and 1 egg. I almost forgot the egg. So 1/2 cup of yogurt, 1 egg, 1.5 cups of the Kodiak cakes, the 1/2 cup of water is irrelevant, and a teaspoon of chia seeds, and the egg. I keep skipping the egg. All of that together. So if I had not just put out 3 tablespoons in here, what I'm holding in my hand right now, that is 60, let me see, I think it's 60 grams of protein. So this right now, well, except for the 3 tablespoons that I put over here. This is 60 grams of protein. So if you get about 9 or 10 waffles out of one batch of this, that's approximately 5 grams of protein per waffle, which is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, do you see the steam that's coming out? So when the steam starts coming out, and again, I've been using this a lot today, so it is already a little warm. So be careful, it is hot. When it says hot surface, it's not kidding. So when you see the steam start coming out, that means that you've got just about all the liquid out. And just gently take the top up. Use something soft. A wooden spoon is perfectly good. Don't use anything metal to get it out, because it could scratch your nonstick. It could scratch your nonstick. Here, let's start another one before I do this. So I spritz it every other waffle. So I'll spritz it with the nonstick every other waffle. Let's get another one going. Go ahead and carefully close it, and you just kind of plunk it over. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to squeeze it or anything. These would be great for making Weggos. Carol Lou, I'm just saying. So this little dash would be great for making Weggos. So this waffle, this is a 4-inch waffle. It's perfectly round. It looks like a little tiny Eggo. It looks like the kind that you get at the grocery store. It is perfectly tender. Let it cool off for just a second, and then I will try it. These would be great if you wanted to put them in some kind of a form and make like little tacos, you know, like little chocolate tacos or something. Those would be great for that. I will say this, however many of these you make, oh, Sarah wants to know what a Weggo is. Hey, Sarah, we have a chat for that. So if you have about 34 days to go back and watch all of the old videos, and it's only going to take you 34 days at 8 hours a day. I did the math earlier. And then you can see what a Weggo is. I think Carol Lou, I want to say she was like one of the founding members of the Weggo Club, which we've kind of gotten out of the habit, you know, of doing that. But anyway, Weggos are fantastic, and I need to start making some more of them. And I bet the girls would love them. But anyway, it's a 4-inch waffle. Perfect. You can see it steaming again. It only takes just a few minutes. I didn't even time it. I just watch for the steam to come out, and that's how I know that they're ready. Perfectly browned. Again, something soft. So this is a wooden spatula. Ooh. Wooden spatula, another perfect 4-inch waffle, and I'm just setting them off over here to cool. Okay, little spritz, a little more waffle batter, about 3 tablespoons. If you need to measure it, go ahead, you know, you are more than welcome to measure it. I just kind of eyeball it. You'll know if you got too much because you're going to end up with waffle batter out around your dash. Okay, so this one is a warm one. Let me take a little bite off of this. So this one has cooled off enough now that it can be consumed. Again, you could add vanilla, you could add any kind of flavorings to these. I love, 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 love. One of my favorite things to do is when I heat these back up is to put some blueberries or some kind of frozen blackberries. Actually, a frozen berry mix is perfect to heat that up and pour it over the top of it. Oh my gosh, so sweet. So sweet and so yummy. So this has no sugar on it. This one has no flavoring in it. This is literally just the Power Cakes, the buttermilk Power Cakes made into a waffle. No extra sugar. So tastes so good. It's such a nice flavor. And yes, Sarah, I do sugar-free syrup. So love, love, love them like that. But oh yeah, Debbie says a blueberry compote. Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic on there. But so you can see that a 4-inch waffle, this is going to make, so remember that 60 point, ooh, and Carol says they heat up good in the toaster too. Good to know. Just like a Weggo, not a Weggo, just like an Eggo, heat up great in the toaster. Fantastic, fantastic, good. Thanks for pointing that out. But you can see that 4-inch waffle, and they don't all have to be perfectly shaped. Some of them are going to be a little fatter on one side. Some of them are going to be a little bit misshapen. But each one of these 4-inch waffles has approximately approximately 5 grams of protein. So we're gonna put that next one on there and let it go. A little bit of advice though, let them completely cool before you put them into anything like this. So remember last week we were talking about putting things where you could find them, making it easier. You can see that I made this so easy that I've eaten, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've eaten 9 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've had 3. I've had 9, 10, 11, 12. I've eaten 12. Well, that'd be about right because I had 3 a day for 4 days. So 12. 12 of these, instead of rummaging around for cereal or rummaging around for something else that I shouldn't have been in, I had 3 of these a day for 4 days this week here in the showroom with some heated berries, with some sugar-free syrup, and oh, let's see, hold on a second. Oh yeah, Debbie said put some of the maple syrup into the batter and make a McDonald's breakfast sandwich with eggs, with an egg and sausage or Canadian bacon. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. So guess what I'll be making next round, Debbie? Thank you very much for reminding me about that. And maybe we'll have to make those, maybe we'll have to make some of those next week. Oh no, I have something different I have to make next week. Okay, hold on. Did I already spray this? Have I already used this twice in between spraying? Because I do not want these to stick. So again, 5 points per waffle, 1 point per waffle, 5 grams of protein. You can see how just devastatingly hard this is to make. I mean, like, shoo, you know, popping up a sweat. But then let them completely cool before you put them in your especially if you're going to put them in the freezer. Let them cool completely before you put them in there, or you're just going to end up with a brick. So you can't see this. I could turn you all around. I am spreading them out. If I can get you that far. Nope, you can't see them. So I am spreading them out on a cutting board so that I can let them completely cool before I stack them in here and put them in the freezer, because I don't want a big melted mess. Let me go put this up real quick. Reusable gallon zippered bag for the freezer. Use a wipe off marker, mark in there what's on there and how many points it is, and I'll be right back. But can you all see how easy this is? And again, chocolate chips, you can put chocolate chips in them, you can put blueberries in them. If you've got the grandkids coming over, you can put sprinkles in them. You know, the best thing about things like this is these are healthy, they're whole grain, they're good for you, they're a great source of protein, they've even got a little fiber in them, and the grandkids won't know. They won't know. They will have no idea that they are good for you. Okay, and now Debbie has inspired me to make these with some syrup in there, and yeah, and turn them into a what are those called? It's not just an egg McMuffin. It is and it's not a McMuffin anyway. What are those called? Griddles? A chicken McGriddle or a sausage McGriddle? We could totally do that. We could totally do that. Thank you, Debbie. That's an awesome idea for next time. What do you all like to put on your waffles though? So while I'm letting the rest of these cook, I'm just anxious to hear. So we already heard Debbie say blueberry compote, or she's going to make, you know, she's going to talk me into, yes, a McGriddle, Carol. Or she's going to talk me into making some McGriddles. And we already talked about sugar-free. We were talking about putting sugar-free syrup on them. What do you all like to put on your pancakes and on your waffles? Or do you like to mix anything in with them? Are you a mixer-inner? Do you like to mix some things in? Oh yeah, Sandra says sugar-free jelly. That sounds good. What's your favorite flavor of sugar-free jelly, Sandra? Because I like a lot of them. I like blackberry. I like orange marmalade. I've got quite a few. I've got to find some more this year. I did not have a good source for it last year, but I need to find some more sugar-free apple butter. Apple butter is a favorite. See how easy this is going? I mean, like, I'm talking, ooh, peanut butter. Ooh, that's interesting, Debbie. I hadn't thought about putting peanut butter on them. That sounds good. Has anybody put like PB2 powder or anything in theirs as a mix-in? As some kind of a mix-in for their waffles? Ooh, let's see. Oh yeah, John says apple grape jelly. He would eat apple grape jelly on anything though. I'm just happy he's still listening. Okay, let's see. So Debbie says peanut butter. Jonna just can't wait to try it. Sarah likes fruit and sugar-free syrup. Yum, 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 yum. Sandra says all kinds of them. Carol Lou says she's a savory person, so she would use 2 as bread and a veggie burger for breakfast. That sounds fantastic. That really sounds fantastic. And Jonna says, I'm going to have to look up Wego now. Oh my goodness, girls. Yeah, so Wegos are also fantastic. And you know what? This size, this dash size, that would be perfect for a Wego because there wouldn't be any room for the egg to run off. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to make some more of those now that I've got the dash. Okay, well, I'm gonna make the rest of these. We've only got just a couple of minutes left, so I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping up so that I can finish these up. Thank you all so much for being here. Casey will get this recipe posted for us in the next couple of days. Super easy to make, super easy with add-ins. Now I've got a goal to change some, turn some of these into McGriddles. But you all have a fantastic week. As always, I have enjoyed being here. I hope you all learned something. I hope you found something new. Thank you for all of your suggestions. I'll try to find let's see, Sarah says she has to check out that Wego video, LOL. Yeah, so it's WEGGO if that helps you to find it. But I hope you all learned something. I hope you got some great ideas. Yeah, and thank you, Carol Lou. I love doing them. And have a fantastic week, Carol Lou, with Peanut. I'm so happy you're getting to go visit her. Sad that she's moved. Happy you're getting to visit her. But everyone have a great week. If you were watching this on YouTube, just type in youtube.com and look for If You Have an Egg. Thank you again to everyone who gave stars tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you all. You all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Good night.